Hello, vinyl community. How you doing? It's Bill with the Vinylverse. Have another vinyl grabs video for you here of stuff that I brought in over the past few weeks, and I thought I'd go through them here with you and show you what I have, and some pretty cool things here that I wanted to show. First up is a little while back I had passed along some VCLT to Beth at B-Side Records, and didn't want anything in return or wasn't expecting anything in return, and I got a Amazon gift card in the mail and from Beth as a thank you for sending her some records. So I finally used that gift card and I picked up this, introducing Johnny Griffith. This is one of the new Blue Note 80th anniversary series that they've recently started putting out. This album originally came out in 1956. Haven't had a chance to listen to this yet, but I'm hearing really good things about these 80th anniversary pressings. So I'm excited. I'm well familiar with this album. I really love it. Original pressings of this are astronomical, but very happy to get this 80th anniversary edition here. So it's Blue Note 1533. Originally came out in 1956, if I didn't say so already, and this reissue is from this year, late May, I think it came out. So on here, killer lineup. You have Johnny Griffin on tenor sax, Wynton Kelly on piano, Curly Russell on bass, and the incredible Max Roach on drums. So really anxious to hear this. Haven't had a chance to spin it yet, but hope to real soon, maybe tomorrow night. But yeah, happy to have this. So thank you very much, Beth. Much appreciated. Very kind of you to send me that gift card. So thank you. I also picked up another Tone Poet release from Blue Note. And this one is the Joe Henderson, The State of the Tenor, Live at the Village Vanguard, Volume 2. Yeah, this one is incredible. Sounds fantastic. Great live recording. It was originally put out in 1987, and then the Blue Note Tone Poet series was released this year. So it's just a trio of Joe Henderson on saxophone, Ron Carter on bass, and Al Foster on drums. Yeah, just terrific. Sounds incredible, dead quiet. So the Blue Note Tone Poet series is audiophile vinyl reissues from the finest in jazz since 1933, mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio, and manufactured at RTI. So awesome release. I'm a big fan of this album. I do have Volume 1. That's just a regular Blue Note 75th anniversary reissue. But this one sounds great. Dead quiet. And it's just a great live performance. Okay, these next couple, I visited that one toy store, kind of retro toy store, antique toy store. I mentioned in my last Vinyl Grabs video, I believe. Hadn't been in there in a while for that instance, but it's been a few weeks and I thought I'd go back because I had some good luck there. Came across two releases here from that store. The first being this is Newport in New York 72, the Jam Sessions Volume 3 and 4. So there's this Newport, New York 72 Excuse me, got a little thing in my throat here. This was at Radio City Music Hall, and they put out 6 volumes of this. And actually, last year, I picked up volume 5, and this is just tremendous. Really, really enjoy this one. So, this is a 2-album set, volumes 3 and volume 4. It's called The Jam Sessions. And this is just a amazing group of performers on here. Some really big hitters like Nat Adderley, Art Blakey, Gary Burton, Herbie Hancock, Dexter Gordon, George Duke, Illinois Jacquette, Elvin Jones, Rasan Roland Kirk, Jerry Mulligan, Flip Phillips, Zoot Sims, Jimmy Smith, Sonny Stitt, Clark Terry, Tony Williams, Kai Windings. So yeah, it's like a who's who in jazz played at this concert, Newport in New York from '72. So haven't listened to this yet. But yeah, it's on Cobblestone Records. But if it's anything like Volume 5, I thought that was great. Yeah. Newport in New York. The Jam Sessions Volume 3 and 4. On Cobblestone Records from 1972. Now, the second thing I picked up from that store, something I never owned before, and that's Jethro Tull's Minstrel in the Gallery from 1975. 1975. That's the front, and then that's the back. This is on green chrysalis label here. So, like I said, I've never owned this album before. Wasn't all that familiar with it, but I played it, and this is just a really fantastic album. I didn't realize how good this album was. It's kind of a little folky and softer, maybe softer Jethro Tull, but I really, really enjoyed this. I'll be listening to this one a lot. So then paid a visit to my local record store. And I picked up a few things there. It was kind of like the jackpot. He recently had someone come in and dump off a whole bunch of Monkees and Michael Nesmith releases, and I picked up 3 Nesmith, Papa Nez releases here that I don't have on vinyl. So really stoked to have these, starting with from 1972, Michael Nesmith and the Second National Band, Tantamount to Treason, Volume 1. It's a great record. Really enjoy this one. Let's see. So, right off the bat, Mama Rocker and Lazy Lady. Great, great Nesmith tracks. Excuse me. This is on RCA, the orange RCA label there. Yeah, so disbanded the first national band, and then he put out the album, and the hits just keep on coming. And then he put out this album and called it the Second National Band. And I believe the only carryover. Yeah, I believe so. The only carryover member from the first national band is O.J. Red Rhodes, the pedal steel guitarist. But yeah, this is a great pickup. And got it for really, really cheap, which was even better. Funny thing about this album is the liner notes on the back. He puts it in the format of a beer recipe here, so just kind of tongue-in-cheek and funny, typical Nesmith style there. So then I also picked up pretty much your standard ranch stash from 1973. Another great album here. Got the first side is all Nesmith original tunes, and then the second side is kind of some country and western standards and stuff like Born to Love You and Prairie Lullaby. But couple of great classic Nesmith tracks, Continuing and some of Shelley's Blues is on here. And this is also on that orange RCA label. And then finally, for the Nesmith releases, I got from 1977, his From a Radio Engine to the Photon Wing release. The most notable thing about this album is the song Rio. Really was the first what's become known as the music video. Now, certainly bands before him have put out promotional videos. He created the video for the song, and it was really the catalyst that started things like Pop Clips, and then MTV after that. So, happy to have this one, and it's on the Pacific Arts label that Nesmith started there. So yeah, really happy to get these three Nesmith albums into my vinyl collection, because you don't really see his stuff all that frequently. So I kind of showed up at the right time. Also from that dig at that record store, Jeff Wayne's the musical version of War of the Worlds. This is a 1978 release. And it's a promo copy, white label promo. So this album is really kind of it's mostly considered prog, with the narration of the War of the Worlds story, with some prog music behind the narration. So, like I said, it's a promotional copy. Cool white label promo on Columbia. This thing looks extremely clean. Excellent condition here. It's a double album, and I found it in a bin by the front door with a bunch of records that weren't priced, and just sitting there on the floor. And I looked through them, found this one, and I asked the store owner, who I'm, very friendly with. I asked him how much it was, and he just said, you can have it. So, double album, white label promo, hardly ever played. Jeff Wayne's the musical version of the War of the Worlds for free. Now, this features Richard Burton, Julie Covington, David Essex, Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, Phil Lynott, Joe Partridge, and Chris Thompson. So it's been a long time since I've actually listened to this. I've listened to this online before, but yeah, definitely happy to have it in the collection here. In excellent condition and for free. Now I have a few, late 60s releases here. Kind of in the Psych range, or Psych realm. Starting with The Hollies' Evolution, featuring Carrie Ann. So this is from 1967. It's on the Epic label. That everyone should know, the Epic label here. Features the song Carrie Ann. That was a pretty big hit for the Hollies. Let's see, of course, Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills and Nash was part of the Hollies. So yeah, this was 1967. Yeah, and this is psychedelic pop, I guess. Late 60s sounding. Really good though. So happy to grab this one. Then I got Renaissance's very first album from 1969, and this is on the Red Electra label. And this is progressive psych, I guess. It's definitely like prog rock, but leans more on the psych side of things. Very, very good album. Did I say it was their first release? I think I might have. It's their first album. This is pre-Annie Haslam, who became the well-known vocalist from Renaissance. So I think the UK or the European version of this album had a totally different cover. This is the US release. But yeah, if you've never heard this and you're into prog, check it out. It's really, really good. So yeah, Renaissance from 1969. And then finally, I kind of broke my own rule. I have been trying real hard not to pick up something without sampling it first. And I broke that rule. I just had to get this. It's The Hobbits, Down to Middle Earth. A little bit of cover damage here, but that's not too bad. Record's in really, really great shape. So this is kind of pop rock, pop psychedelic. Yeah, I bought it because of The Hobbits. I'm very much into J.R.R. Tolkien and, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. But after the fact, I have listened to a little bit of this online and haven't gotten this one cleaned yet to listen to. But you know, it's pretty good. I'm looking forward to really sitting down with it and listening. There it is on the Decca label. So, The Hobbits Down to Middle Earth. Awesome artwork, psychedelic artwork there. So yeah, so that's everything I've picked up over the short or the past several weeks. Wanted to get this video done because next week I'm going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. My family's traveling down. We're going to spend some time with my wife's family down there. Hoping to meet up with some of you if schedules permit and work out. I know it's tough to kind of arrange things, but hopefully things will work out, and I'll get to meet a couple of you in person. So yeah, before I leave, I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 more contest entries completed because the deadlines are coming up fast. And since I'm not going to be here next week or making videos, I need to get these done and out of the way before I leave, so I don't miss the deadline and so I can support fellow VC members and their contests. So let me know what you think of this grouping here. Yeah, pretty good stack, I think, and happy to have them. So I guess that's going to do it for me. Everyone, I hope you're doing well. I guess I'll see you in my next video, which will most likely be a contest response. So everyone, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now. Take care.